professor, certified coach on a mission. That's right, folks, on a mission to help small businesses, entrepreneurs, and veterans survive and thrive in today's economy and beyond. I cannot wait to introduce my next guest to you today, Dr. Kene Ewulu. Dr. Kene, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you, Chuck. And you?
Excellent, excellent. So, I mean, your list of accomplishments in your background. I mean, professor, certified coach. You've got a doctorate in organizational leadership, correct? You've got your PMP, your project management professional certification, and you've got an MBA in management. And you're originally from Nigeria, but you're living in Atlanta, Georgia. You're probably one of the coolest people I know. I think I've told you that in the past. But you're on a mission, and I want to talk about that mission. But before we get into it, per tradition, did you bring anything for us today?
Yes, I brought my mug.
Okay.
My mug is a John Wayne mug. And it says, talk low, talk slow, and do not talk too much. And that is something critical for us who are presenters, for us who are experts in our field. Your listening skills have to be impeccable. You got to learn how to draw people out to talk about themselves and their problems. And you got to listen because they're expecting you to give them feedback that will help them resolve their issues. So talk low, you listen, and don't talk too much. That's my John Wayne.
Okay. Let me talk slow and not too much. Well, I'll talk too much up front. And I want to ask you, you're on a mission now. So tell us, I guess, talk about yourself a little bit, your background, and tell us about this mission. I know I just hit a little bit of it up front in the intro, but there's so much more.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Chuck, I want to say that my original background has been in architecture and project management. I got my first degrees in architecture 30-some odd years ago. But apart from that, having moved to the United States, I've risen to the top of the architectural and project management ladder, being a principal in several firms in South Carolina and then in Georgia. And then I went back to school to get a doctorate because I realized that it took a special set of skills to sit on top of an organization. It's not just having your tech skills where you're a technocrat. You need to embrace the leadership skills that requires you to pull people together, know how to delegate, know how to micromanage, to get people to do what you want them to do without you sitting on their necks. That requires a certain set of skills. And so I went back to school and got a doctorate. When I did that, I now realized that having lived and worked and schooled in Africa, in Europe, and then in North America, there were just so many skills and exposure that I've experienced that I needed to share. And I found that I couldn't share all those experiences on the classroom. Yes, I'm a professor, excuse me. I teach in several universities in an adjunct capacity, okay, mostly leadership, project management, what have you. There's just so many things that I teach, but I found that I can't sit in front of enough classrooms, enough students to get that message across. There's just been so much information, so much I want to share with people over 30 years of my journey that I found that embracing the online platform will give me the space that I need to talk to a lot more people. And so that's my background. Right now, I'm a certified coach, even though I still teach in several universities. But I run my own consulting firm that wants to help businesses, want to help them be credible, be searchable, be identifiable, and be able to do their business, optimize their potential in such a way, especially in this remote and virtual era that we're living. 2021 has come, COVID has come, and what it's done is it's shown us a different aspect to how business should be run remotely. And I can tell you, post-COVID, people are not going to go back to the 5 days a week, 9 to 5 conundrum. They're not going to do that anymore. They've bitten the bug and they want to stay in the online format. How do they remain relevant? How do they remain productive? How do they get their teams to embrace high-level productivity and still do a good job, all on a remote level? That's what I bring to the table on how to teach executives how to get the best out of themselves and their people in a remote environment.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you're taking all that experience and all that energy. And I know you're kind of quiet right now because we're on this call and you're on a microphone and but you're a very effervescent kind of person. And you're taking that energy and your knowledge and you are putting together a masterclass coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Fantastic. Now, this masterclass is titled "How to Craft an Irresistible Business Plan." Okay, financials and a business plan document that attracts funding partners. So basically, what we're focusing on is a free masterclass. It's going to happen between February 9th and 18th of this year. And I've got 4 dates just to make it convenient for people to sign on. It is free because I want as many businesses globally to sign in and benefit from what we're going to be sharing. We're going to be sharing how they can put together, not just set up their businesses, because that also is incredibly important. How to set up their businesses so they can be searchable, as I said. You want to do business with people now, you just go to the data bank, you're looking for certain types of companies. Now, if you're not able to verify them by their website, verify that they are legally registered in their country of domicile or state of domicile, you just pass over them. So I'm teaching how to legally set up your company so that you are at the top of a search list, number one. How to have a financial, and when I talk of financials, I talk about income statements, inventory, staffing budget, management budget, all that good stuff. How to get those financials in place so that once people access your financials, they see exactly what your financial plans are for the next 5 years. Now, that also comes in with your funding partners, your bankers, because they want to see how they can get their money back in 5 years. They want to see that you have a great cash flow plan. Otherwise, they're not going to touch you. And then, of course, you have a business plan document. That's what determines who your target market is, who your the market size is, your competitors are, your business models, that kind of thing. So we're going to put all that together on this masterclass to show people exactly what they need to do in order to get on 2021 productive, profitable, and less stressed. Yeah. That's what the masterclass is all about.
And I might add, it is free. It is a free masterclass.
Oh, definitely, it's free.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I will be sending out some of those. I'm already getting on that right now, sending out some of the notifications on the different social media platforms, using affiliates and all that to make sure that it gets a global attention, because it is free, it's available, and I can tell you it is loaded.
Yeah, and so folks, and we will have those links below in the show notes, but with this loaded, okay, just break it down. What, if you just had a couple of bullet points, what will attendees walk away with, take away from this loaded program?
Excellent. Attendees will walk away with links on how to set up their businesses, how to register and incorporate their businesses. There are several myths out there which we're going to debunk. One of those myths is that it is expensive and time-consuming to set up your business. Another is that you need to have a deep knowledge of finances in order to run your business profitably. These are myths out there. We're going to break those myths and get people to know that with under $100, you can set up your business legitimately in the United States and all over the world. Okay? Online, everything online, and in 10 days, you are set up and ready to run verifiable websites, everything. Okay, so that's one of what I bring to the table. Now, secondly, I have some funding partners, banks and financial institutions who are eager to tap into my group of people. The attendees who will come are going to end up meeting funding partners who, in the long run, can work with them to see how they can get their businesses funded. And that's important. And that's why we're teaching them also the financials, because these funding partners are going to require those financials to look at those papers and make sure that it makes sense. Okay? So that's what we'll bring to the table. It's just going to be great. And we've set it up for February the 9th, 11th, 16th, and 18th next month to ensure that people can sign in at every point in time and be there just for 1 hour with a 30-minute slot for Q&A.
Okay, awesome. So, yeah, I love that. And I love your emphasis on attracting business funding. And you're going to have actual funding partners involved in this that are looking for that next great business that they can fund and just accelerate.
Yeah.
That's cool. So platform wise, I'm guessing it's virtual, correct? So what platform are you going to be teaching it from? And, as far as how would people register for this along those lines?
Wonderful. Okay. Of course, the platform is going to be Zoom. Zoom is fast becoming globally accepted and available, at everybody's fingertips. So the platform is going to be Zoom. And then, of course, we also have an additional platform, Facebook Live. And so once some of the stuff I'm sending out will allow you to join my Facebook page. That way you get notified as soon as we go live. Okay, Facebook Live is free, is available all over the world. People can just on their phones and on their iPads and on their PCs, just click on that and begin to watch you live. So we're trying to make it as available as possible. Zoom, for those who really want to sit down and have that screen sharing. The slides we're going to be sharing on the screen, they'll have access to it. But those on Facebook Live will also see that, just that they can't control it from their phones. So what we're trying to do here is to sensitize people to know that this service is available. And after that, that will lead us to the online course that talks about the Business Plan Academy for veterans and entrepreneurs. And that's something else coming up in March.
I love that. So can you talk a little bit about that sequel to Masterclass and how could enrollees possibly get seats in that?
Okay, basically that sequel happens a week after the Masterclass ends. Basically, the Masterclass will end on February 18th. And then most people will have the weekend to think over it, whether they want to register, grab a seat on that Business Plan Academy, which starts on February the 23rd. So to get a seat on that, we have a business page, a payment page for that. It's kdleadership.com /BPAVE, B as in boy, PAVE, and then you have sales, and then you have payments. So but basically, we're going to be giving you that information before this ends so people can have that access. But it is critically important that this course, people embrace it, because it's a 10-week course that takes you step by step on a weekly basis. You probably spend about 1 hour a week. So it's not too much to ask to spend 1 hour a week online, getting your homework done, because for you to set up your business, for instance, to take you about 10 days. Okay, so we want to set up your business before we go into websites, before we go into banking information, taxpayer identification numbers, that kind of thing. And then once we finish that, we now get into the nitty-gritty, which is the financial plan and how to set it up. Now, we've developed templates that are incredible. You fill in your numbers. Let's say, for instance, you're looking to raise 20 million. You fill in your 20 million and it populates immediately everything that you need, payable back in 5 years to your banks. So it is incredible, and that comes free of charge as part of your enrolling fee. So as soon as you join that course, there's just so many tools that we've put together that will help you to get to that next level. The aim is that in 10 weeks, you will have your business set up, verifiable globally. You will have it funded, because you're going to have funding partners knocking on your door. You have your financials in place, because you got to give them your financials. And then, of course, you give them your business plan. Your business plan is what determines how they're going to get out of it, how much profit they're going to make, what's in it for them. Because anybody funding your business is there to make some money also, So all that we'll put together in 10 weeks for you. By week 9, you'll be done. And we have links for that also to make sure that everybody globally can sign in. I had a meeting with some of my partners a couple of days ago, and we decided to pull back the attendance time for some of those meetings to 2 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern time, to allow for those that are signing in from Europe, from Africa, and from Asia, so it's not too late in their time zone. So 2 p.m. Eastern will be about 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. in Asia, in Europe, and what have you. So we're trying very hard to make sure that it is convenient for people to log in. So basically, it's all set up to go. I'm very excited. Right now, I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's to make sure I don't miss anything. But I'm really very excited at the value that we're about to give to businesses all over the world.
Yeah, this is real exciting. And folks, I want to tell you, Dr. Ewulu is an international speaker on leadership, on business. This 1 hour a week can be the difference between success and not success, between surviving and thriving. So I will heavily suggest you get to that free masterclass. The details are going to be below in our notes. Dr. Ewulu, Kene. I wanted to call you Dr. Kene. I like doing that, but
yeah, that's
tell
fine.
me, is there anything I missed that you'd like to let our viewers and listeners, because this will be on our podcast also, know that I might have missed?
Okay. Everything we've talked about today, forget about my background. I want to tell you that, yes, I'm eminently qualified and experienced to teach this. I've been doing it forever. So having said that, I want to say that we have 2 programs going on. The first one is a masterclass. It takes place February 9, 11, 16, and 18. It's free. You can sign in as soon as you get that masterclass invite. You can sign in. That masterclass invite is KDEleadership.com/business plan, all one word, _masterclass. And I repeat again, KDEleadership.com/business plan -masterclass. That's it. Once you get in there, once you're able to get in there and register, we've got you. We can work with you. That's the first one. Now, that's for people who just want to find out what's going on. Is this something for me, and what have you? If you decide it's something for you, and I can bet you, it's just so loaded with value that it's a no-brainer. Then you're going to have to be encouraged to sign up, get a seat on the BPAVE, which is what we've called the Business Plan Academy for Veterans and Entrepreneurs. This is where we take you in hand and walk you through 10 weeks of putting it all together, so that at the end of those 10 weeks, you are ready for business. Funded, searchable, verifiable, okay? And with a business plan that will knock the socks off anybody.
Yes, awesome.
That's it.
All right. Doc, thank you for being on the HR and Leadership Spotlight Show. And I cannot wait. I'm going to jump into one of your master classes. I will be there.
Thank you,
and
Chuck.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Chuck.